This video tutorial is going to go over how to complete the depreciation table assignment. For this assignment, you will need to open up and have available your cost of owning spreadsheet. So here's my cost of owning spreadsheet. And you'll also need your completed loan amortization sheet. So you will want both of those open and available. So the depreciation table, I'm going to go ahead and enter in my vehicle information, the 2025 Chevy Traverse Z71. Okay, the purchase price of my vehicle was $54,450. Okay, and so you'll see as I updated that, some information on my spreadsheet also updated. So the depreciation amount right here for age 0 updated, and now my value of my vehicle is about $49,000. That is essentially the depreciation of you driving it off the lot. So once you have purchased it, you drive away. Remember that you're losing about 10% of the value of the vehicle. Okay, so what I need to complete this yellow boxes here, and really it's just these depreciation amounts right here. I need from my cost of owning spreadsheet, these depreciation amounts right down here at the bottom. Okay, so now remember, where did we get those from? We got those from our Edmunds true cost of owning. So here's my Edmunds. Remember, I had to do a vehicle that was similar. Those depreciation amounts from right here. Okay, so we're taking these amounts and we're going to go ahead and transfer them to our depreciation table. So at the end of year 1, the vehicle has lost $13,243. At the end of year 2, the vehicle has lost $46,046 or $4,646. So we're going to go ahead and just move this information over from our cost of owning spreadsheet. So again, I should have all of those in. Just double checking a formula here. I feel like this one is off just a little bit. C3. There we go. So I'll update those on yours. What I'm doing now, you don't need to do. I just had to fix something on mine. Okay, here we go. So we've got our value of our vehicle taken care of. So I'm going to just roll over here so you can see what's happening. As we have these values in here, so essentially the depreciation amount is how much the value of your vehicle is decreasing from, and so remember that we purchased it at $54,450. So this is the value of the vehicle that remains after each one of those years. So those values have been graphed onto this sheet right here. And so because we are decreasing at a percentage each year, remember that this is an exponential graph. So it's kind of hard to see that it is curving on here. It does look a little linear, but it is having a little bit of a curve. And this light blue on here is just showing the curve of best fit. And so that's where this equation right here is coming from. It's the curve of best fit. So now what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and do this green chart here. And so this green is from our loan amortization. So I'm going to go over to that spreadsheet. At 0 years, how much do I owe on my loan? I owe $49,450. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Okay. After year 1, okay, so this is where it's a little difficult. These, this table here that I'm on, this guy all right here, this is in years. Over here on my amortization sheet, we are in months. And so at the end of year 1, that is actually 12 months. How much do I still owe Let me zoom in here. How much do I still owe on my loan at the end of 12 months, which is 1 year? I owe $40,238.94. So that's what I'm going to add over here onto the next line of that green section. At the end of 2 years, 2 years is going to be 24 months. How much do I still owe on my loan? 3 years, 4 years, and at the end of 5 years. So that's the information that you're grabbing. You're going to, on your loan amortization, this payment 0, payment 12, what do you owe for the remaining balance? Payment 24, payment 36, payment 48, so 10,593. And then for me, I did a 5-year loan. So I have paid off at the end of 5 years, which is 60 months. Some of you may have done a 72-month or an 84-month, but we're looking at generally over 5 years. What do we still owe? So again, mine is 0 at 5 years because I paid mine off in 5 years. So now we're going to just kind of look at this graph and kind of analyze it a little bit. So the blue is representing the depreciation, the value of the vehicle. If I needed to go sell the vehicle, what am I getting for it? The red is what my loan is worth. Okay, so how much I still owe on my loan. And so the very last thing here is a question saying about which month is the value of your vehicle more than what you owe on the loan? What is that amount? Okay, find the point of intersection on your graph. So essentially, when I'm looking here at my graph, where my red and my blue cross is what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm looking probably about right in here. Okay, so where the arrow is at. When I first get the vehicle and the loan, I actually owe more on the loan than what the vehicle is worth. And so if I'm looking over here, okay, I have a loan of $49,450, but if I go to sell the vehicle, it's not worth that much. It's worth just close to $49,000. So I'm going to take a loss on it, or I'm going to be what is called upside down on my loan. And so we're looking at what point are we no longer upside down? What point does the value of our vehicle greater than the amount that we owe on our loan? Okay, and so for me, I'm going to say it's about 6 months, and that value, it looks like, is close to maybe $48,000, $48,000. And so I would just go ahead and type that in here, okay? Let's say it looks to be around 6 months because it was halfway between 0 and 1. And that value is about 47, we'll say $47,500. So again, we're just kind of estimating, but that's a really important point and value to recognize. You want to owe less on the loan than what the value is. You want the value of your vehicle to always be worth more. And the sooner that can happen, the better. Okay, we'll talk about lots of instances, but if I was to get into a crash, the second day of owning my vehicle, I'm going to have to pay my loan off. Insurance will total my car. It'll take care of a majority of that, but I'm still going to have to pay an additional amount for paying off that loan because insurance isn't going to pay me this full amount. And so it's really important that you're aware of these values, the depreciation and the loan value, and make sure that you're not upside down on your vehicle too long. This is also where larger down payments are really important so that you start from a positive place. Okay, so again, once you've answered that question, make sure that you hit enter or click off into another cell to make sure that purple section saves your typed response, and then make sure that you go ahead and submit the assignment.